Actually recording. Hey, hi, hello, welcome back. Alexandrian Codex, playing Kaiserreich. Load this, my patriotic dude. Yeah, that seems like a save I would have made. So we avoided the American Civil War. Easy, easy. Works exactly the way it did before. We're keeping most of Central America. Most of this is puppeted. United Mexican States have joined the Entente. Argentina's just been kicking ass in South America, and it's terrifying. Africa's on fire. Europe is on fire, though it doesn't look like it. The Second Weltkrieg is starting right here. The Germans have been pushed out of Asia, out of China, by the Empire Japan, but during the same war, the Qing were able to push the Japanese out of Korea and Manchuria, which triggered the Japanese event where they just gave all this territory to the Qing, yet then they took southern China, and it's the weird shits happen with China. I don't think India's on fire right now. Let's hop back in. Am I right in remembering that the Entente just entered the war? I am, right? Well, we'll find out very quickly. Russia is... Oh, right, Russia's at war with the Mongols. Well, Mongols. Now, what aspirations do I have? Really, I aspire to see out this focus tree that we're currently on. How did I get this? Wait, American Kaiser, what does this require? Victory in the Civil War. Damn, okay. I want to finish this, because I want to see the 20th Amendment event, and really I just want to get through Democracy Prevails. Defend America. Yeah, it's good, presumably, but all the wars we've been in are hugely asymmetric. This is not that interesting. Though I give some nice bonuses. The Monroe Doctrine. Now, if we get to the Monroe Doctrine, So we don't have 60% war support. It'll get there pretty quickly, actually. So reaffirming the Monroe Doctrine, League of American States. Defending the Americas. Coordinate with our allies. Pan-American Development Foundation. Allies in the Americas. Pan-American Conference. Pax Americana. Whereas this is reform the Monroe Doctrine, dollar diplomacy, business ties, united together, new diplomatic corps, arsenal of freedom, rainbow color war plans. Ah, interesting. Joint military training. So it looks like this is traditional Monroe Doctrine. Nobody fucks with the Americas except for us. The reformed Monroe Doctrine looks like it's a bit more interventionist. So if we were to get involved with foreign affairs, this might be the way to do it. I'm having a hard time telling. Yeah. One of these days I'll have to force myself to do an AUS run through, but this is not that game. That is not happening today. Are we missing tactical bombers though? Yeah, I guess we are. But we don't have them. I wouldn't say I'm missing them, just maybe lacking them. This is coming along fine. Oh yeah, poor Ireland's just gotten fucked. The Irish Socialist Republic is rebelling. Good luck with that. No, sorry. Ireland is rebelling against the Irish Socialist Republic. That's a little confusing. And they're winning. Meanwhile, Canada has landed in... too real. Too real. The British have taken this section of Ireland. History rhymes, man. History rhymes. Kingdom of Spain have joined the Reich Pact. No surprise there. They've been called into the war. Now France is fighting a two-front war. Germany, as we can kind of glean by looking at the front line here, especially considering how long it is, probably could really use the pressure being taken off of this front. The Irish Socialist Republic is gone. We'll see for how long. Hopefully for good. Socialist Republic of Ukraine are still losing to Belarusia, so this will probably keep going Germany's way. So although Germany has, like, soundly lost in East Asia, with the exception of Singapore, which refuses to die, they might actually win in Europe. Oh, right. Right, I forgot about this. Landfall in Portugal. Oh, and because Kingdom of Spain is in the war now, this is very weird. I mean, I couldn't ask to join your faction, as a matter of fact. Huh. Never mind. Well, we'll wait for our elections and see what happens. We have a lot of political power we need to gain back. A lot of party popularity and stability and war support to gain back. Yeah, lots of stuff to do. That'll be fine. Like the first Weltkrieg we sat out, the second one, also going to sit out of it. Now, I guarantee your independence. I couldn't generate claims on you, right? That would be in poor taste, probably. Union ties 50. Social welfare. What does this do? Social welfare. Okay. Why would I want this? So, it looks like this... The second Bill of Rights... gives me consumer goods factories costs, which I don't want. Is that supposed to be a reduction? Is that a typo? I think that's probably supposed to be a reduction. Well, no, it's us paying for... Okay, well, we'll just ignore this for now. The 20th Amendment, I'm into that. Compact with the people. The United States Constitution is a compact with the people of the United States. It's really the only oath necessary for former members of the AFP and SPA to take in order for them to be enfranchised once again in the government. We do not require loyalty oaths to partisan groups. That is undemocratic. Division over fair deal doctrine. The need for the fair deal to remedy America's many economic issues is agreed upon in the Republican Party. Despite the old guard within the party insisting that Hoover handled it the best he could, an important provision in the fair deal is the intervention of federal policy to regulate the market and even prevent bank failure. Several high-profile Republicans, like Robert Taft, oppose stretching executive power even if it could benefit the economy. To counter, Clinton Roosevelt has stated the role of the president is to ensure the health of the American people extends to their economy. Taft is overruled? Yes. Clinton is the best boy, so we will be siding with him. I'm pretty sure Clinton's gonna be our next president. It's the 1940s. We need to have a Roosevelt in office. Get me a Roosevelt. Any Roosevelt. Ooh. That's bad. Bad for Spain, anyway. Now let's just push back to Porto. We'll see if the Portuguese can drive the syndicalists from their home. Who won? Who won? Abyssinia. Okay. Well, the British are pushing the Germans are pushing in a little bit here. This is, I was gonna say looking like a stalemate, but the pressure relieved by the French having to move south might be enough for the Germans to make a push for Paris. That'd be remarkable. This isn't great, but it's buying the Germans time. Time for Belarusia to wrap up this war and send reinforcements to the Western Front. Time for many things. Meanwhile, the Russians continue just to slowly close this grip on Mongolia. It's gonna be a long war. Mongolia has a lot of manpower, but more than that, what they have, non-core manpower plus 2%, recruitable population bonus, but also division attack bonus, speed bonus, cavalry bonus. It's not bad. And lastly, infantry equipment production. Whereas you have nothing, bad, and nothing. So the Mongolian troops are horribly outnumbered. Like 2 to 1. Well, 1.5 to 1. Factories, they're completely overwhelmed. Manpower is a 10 to 1. But they have total mobilization. They're gonna die eventually, but they're gonna go down bleeding the Russians for what they're worth. Presumably. It's a pity that the Qing still don't have a reworked tree. They have this, which is very little. Very little. Japan is still... They're still at war, but I don't see them doing much. So Iran is now at war with the entire Kaiserreich Pact? Yeah. That seems like it was a really stupid move. Was it your focus tree that did you in? I bet it was. Well, goodbye, Iran. Ooh, hello. Canada's made a landing in Livorno. Chances are they won't be able to hold it. And the eternal war between the Austrians and Milanese continues. That's never going to end. 1940. Yeah, go for that. That's a 39 tech, that'll do. 20th Amendment. I thought that's 12th. With the Electoral College called into question due to the crisis in recent years, maybe the time has come to revise the system and come up with a better, more democratic solution for a representative republic. Yeah, that'd be nice. Goodbye, Spain. I remember last time I was saying Spain might do okay. They're battle hardened. They fought a long civil war. They probably have a lot of experienced armies. Not so much. Not so much, I think. Portugal's not looking super hot either. Is Abyssinia expanded? No, you start out owning that. No, Somalia starts out owning this. You took it. Ah, good for you, I guess. Oh, Kenya also has a core on this. You didn't attack Kenya, did you? The fall of Kiev. Bad news for the Socialist Republic of Ukraine today, as the Ruthenian army has just completed an assault upon the ancient capital. While initial support suggests the Ukrainian defenders would be able to hold them at bridges in a protracted siege, the many avenues over the river proved to be too much to hold. With Ruthenian troops on either side of the river. It seems like you don't know what this river is called, author. You just keep referring it to the river. Scattered defenders surrounding on the isles, Kiev has fallen to invaders. With the thriving hub now in Ruthenian lands, the rest of Ukrainian lands are in jeopardy. While Belarusia has promised to respect the 700 years of history built up since the Mongols destroyed the city last in 1204, Kievian memory is long. Invasions have never been kind to them. They fear for the worst. Now, I would say it's unlikely Russia will get involved with the Second Weltkrieg anytime soon. But the AI is incredibly self-destructive sometimes and doesn't really think through its focus trees, or doesn't really realize what it's focusing on, and it may end up making a decision that pulls it in over here. We'll find out. For now, the entirety of Barcelona's, or Catalonia rather, yeah, Barcelona's definitely gone. Two Sicilies have joined the Entente, and with that, they've joined the war. Argentina is at war with Brazil again. Over what? Alright. Sardinia has made successful landfall in Modena, but, you know, don't count your chickens before they hatch. The previous landfall in Livorno seems to have disappeared, and no Entente troops have made footfall in the British Isles. Well, in oh god, okay, this is England. These are the British Isles. No, this is the United Kingdom. This is Britain. Here. Kurdistan. Kurdistan has capitulated, no real surprise there. He really didn't have an army and got pulled in against big old scary Iran, who have, what, 46 divisions. Now this is actually a pretty fair fight. Iran will probably lose, but the other two are actually on total mobilization. Huh. If ever there were a time for Turkey to jump in and reclaim the mantle of Ottoman Empire, their enemies are divided, this would be a great time. The Andean Popular Confederation is now also at war with Argentina. Argentina, we've seen, has a propensity for picking wars that they shouldn't be able to win, and winning pretty even-handedly, so we'll see if they manage to maintain that reputation. 20th Amendment, and I get no... Oh, there we go. The 20th Amendment to the United States Constitution has been proposed. This amendment would make it so that the President of the United States is elected through direct popular suffrage of the country. It's thought that doing this will prevent another crisis like 1936 crisis from happening again. Yes, please God, I wish this were ratified. I want this so badly. Popular vote, yes. 200 political power? Fuck it. Give me the popular vote. It's just... Give it to me. Give it to me. I suppose in order to recover that horrible political power, we should go down union ties and then Second Bill of Rights. Yeah. After the bill for the NLRB was defeated in Congress, a more ad hoc solution was passed by executive order. This order re-engages antitrust laws and forbids federal agents from taking actions in favor for or against strikes without the National Guard and IWW being present. No more strikebreaker gangs or wildcat strikes. You should be assigned to a fleet. Who's shit? You're not being assigned automatically. Well, at least I caught that early. It'll be really funny if we never put any of this to use. Well, I guess that's the best fate for a gun or a ship or a bomb, right? You build it and hope you never have to use it. The unfired gun is probably the best gun. 1940 El Centro earthquake. An earthquake has occurred along the southern border of the United States. Southern border of California and the Mexican state of Baja California. The epicenter is located on the town of El Centro. In America, though it has also affected the homes on the Mexican side of the border. 9 people have been killed in the earthquake and over 20 have been seriously injured. Total damages amount to over $6 million United States dollars. The earthquake damaged quite a lot of the irrigation within the region for farms within the region for farms within the region. Okay, you only needed to say within the region once here for farms, which is likely to have ripple effects elsewhere. First major earthquake to be recorded by a strong motion seismograph located next to a fault rupture. So, just... Oh, remove something from Southern California. Well, that's a little annoying, but... Okay. Whatever. I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, Ireland's... They're saving themselves. Weird, pseudo-fascist, very not great Irish nationalists are saving Ireland. They're fine. They're fine. They're just a different color. And have a different focus tree. And a different leader. Oh, shit! Oh, that was Sean Murray. Yeah. The Irish Socialist Republic isn't around anymore. The Canadians have Derry and Belfast. Irish nationalists have everything else. Spain's having a bad time. Having a bad time. They're really buying time for Germany, which I'm sure the rest of the Reichspakt appreciate, but what country's next on our plate? I mean, honestly, I'll be content to wrap up this series after we just get through this tree and take a look at, like, what the Monroe Doctrine does. Like, the United States doesn't get an opportunity, doesn't have a baked-in opportunity to really intervene in the Second Weltkrieg unless you fight the Second American Civil War. But because we dodged that bullet, things are just like, yeah, it's peaceful over here, the rest of the world is on fire, fuck them. The Progressive Party is still mourning the loss of Floyd Olson, who was able... What do you mean, loss of Floyd Olson? What do you mean, loss? He ain't dead. Floyd's... Okay, this has got to be a leftover. Floyd doesn't die, he just decides he doesn't want to run for office. Henry Wallace has vowed he shall carry on the legacy of Olson. Unsurprisingly, the Progressive Party has nominated him as their candidate in the 1940 election. Mexico and Canada are both in the Entente, so they'd be really bad to go after unless the Entente continues getting their asses kicked. Really, I want to see how the Second Weltkrieg starts going and fighting whoever wins. Because you're in the United States where we're kind of a powerhouse, even if a sleeping giant for now. I'm somewhat convinced we're going to, willingly or not, end up at war with Japan at some point. Because they have a focus that lets them declare on the Philippines, and the Philippines are our puppet, and if that were to happen, we'd be called in. Though for the time being, they seem to not be doing that. This not fading sun. I think you have the fading sun thing triggered, but I'm not seeing it. Or maybe it went away. Who knows? Who knows? You can definitely make some suggestions. I'm open to possibilities. Follow Madrid, really, you know what I'm saying. Reports from Madrid confirm the Spanish city has been captured by advancing Communard troops after long, merciless fighting through the hilly terrain in the old city. Spanish forces put up a stiff resistance, hoping to delay Communard forces for as long as possible, but were eventually beaten back. Official reports indicate the Palacio Real de Madrid has been thoroughly pillaged by Communard soldiers, ending with the building burning down in the night, and that the Puerta del Alcala, whatever, was rigged with explosives and destroyed, along with many less noteworthy royal monuments. The fall of their capital is expected for the Kingdom of Spain to surrender soon, despite calls for merciless resistance from Spanish generals. Sucks for Spain. good for France. It's been helpful for Germany. Though, once these troops are freed up and join back up on this front, I'm somewhat convinced that German gains will be lost. And they'll be pushed back. But, you know, who knows? The Ukraine continue to lose ground as well. If Belarusian troops are able to reinforce this border, maybe the Entente can get more involved. Who knows? Maybe even Austria gets called in. Weirder things have happened. Now that Union ties is done, second Bill of Rights I cannot do. I need business subsidies. What? I need business subsidies! Where the fuck is business subsidies? Excuse you? God, I hate when focus trees do this. Ah, you need to complete this other thing. Okay, no. Alright. No, none of those. No. Wait a minute. Not business ties, not business subsidies. I think this may be dependent. Business subsidies. God, I hate this. Okay. Oh God, I don't know what it refers to. Bill of Rights reminder: American values, strength of democracy, loyalty to America. None of those say business subsidies. Yep. Nothing in Reconstruction says business subsidies. Yep. Nothing in here says business subsidies. What? Am I blind? Am I not seeing this? Business subsidies. No. Right under Reconstruction. Really? Shit, you're right. Okay, so this is just something we can't do? Well, that sucks. So we cannot get that political power game. Okay, yeah, good eyes. Strengthen the press, I guess. Yeah, a lot of the American tree is restricted if you don't have the American Civil War happen. Restricted for the better, I guess, because, like, shit's not falling apart. But on the other hand, yeah. Well, the Entente are... Portugal's fucked, right? But Spain, he says, looking at Italy, offending many peoples at once. This front is holding. Not moving much, but it's holding. Though if the French and British or Canadians were to reinforce this, might not go amiss. Oh man, the Germans are very close to having a sweet pocket here if they were to push into Amiens or right outside of Paris. Portugal has capitulated. No surprise there. Yeah, I mean, the fascist Switzerland route is... God, the Swiss tree is huge! Jesus Christ! Yeah, the Swiss are causing a lot of problems right now. So, the 1940 Democratic primary. A few people who we can nominate, whether Wendell Willkie, John Nance Garner, Henry F. Byrd, or Douglas MacArthur. If only I could tell the difference between any of them. It doesn't matter, right? No, actually it does. Here. Wendell Willkie. Wendell. Where you at, Wendell? Alright, MacArthur is a Is this really the MacArthur we'd be electing? Yeah, I think so. MacArthur is gonna drain our political power gain, but give us more resources. Yeah, he's not a war hero, though. There's been no war. MacArthur's just a guy who assassinated someone. That's all he's accomplished in our timeline. Garner is way better. Just production efficiency cap, refinery, construction speed, not amazing. Bird. Tell me about the Birdman. Harvey Birdman. Lower stability. I hate that. So not Bird. And Wilkie. Just political power gain. Honestly? Wilkie. Of all those candidates, Wilkie is the one who gives me something that I actually want. I mean... Oh, hey, Quentin Roosevelt, with that sweet, sweet political power gain, or Alf Landon, with... Hey, give me Quentin. Give me the Roosevelt. No. And there goes Spain. Now, I decided a while ago that I wanted Roosevelt to take office. It's 1940s. We gotta have a Roosevelt in office. Reports from Gibraltar confirm the fortress has been captured by Communard troops after rapid landings and skirmishes across the coastal beach. Fighting moving up towards the Rock of Gibraltar itself. Spanish forces put up a stiff resistance, hoping to delay Communard invaders for as long as possible, but were eventually beaten back. The capture of Gibraltar itself was swift. Skirmishes and tunnels running through the rock lasted until late in the evening, until the encircled, desperate French garrison announced a formal surrender. And now all these armies are gonna be pushed up against this front, so Germany's gotta make good and encircle this and get some advantage out of this, otherwise they're gonna get pushed back. And even if they were to encircle this and kill off how many divisions are in here, they might get pushed back anyway. Italy's also going to see a lot more pressure onto Sicily's and the landing that Sardinia has pulled off over here in Ravenna, Bologna, Modena. Yeah. There's a lot that can still happen here. Meanwhile, I'm just hanging out all on my own, not getting involved. It's a good time. I gotta say, whoever the fuck is still defending Singapore, probably doing a really, really good job. The Strait of Malacca. Huh. That's a nice touch to make Strait of Malacca in German there. Okay, 1940. More planes. Naval bombers, I don't give a fuck about. Tactical bombers. Yeah, I'm into that. I'd love to be able to change any of my laws, preferably the economy one. Just any day now. Pretty please. Let me out of this political power hell. Let me out. Unfortunately, we're about to start producing a lot more useful stuff. This is pretty exciting. Some basic ass airplanes. Basic tactical bombers. Press has been strengthened, I guess. Yay. Sorta. Strengthen Congress. Yep, just... Alright, Congress, get strong. Get turned, Congress. Yeah, don't care for any of those. Support equipment is actually fairly important. No, not convoys. I misclicked. A tropical storm. No! A tropical storm hits the Nicaraguan Atlantic shores. The storm has struck our Atlantic coastline and is currently ongoing in the area. Strong winds and dangerous tide trade in the Atlantic has been suspended temporarily. Many fear the storm will worsen in the near future. While the storm itself doesn't show any signs of worsening, maybe it would be wise to begin preparing evacuation efforts in case a hurricane is in the making. Well, my Nicaragua is abandoned, so... Do you know Reagan dies in the Civil War? I thought so, yeah. Yeah, if I do this again, I'll let the Civil War fire off. And I've never played as the Pacific States of America, nor have I ever played as New England. No, that's a lie. I have played as New England, but I have not played as the Pacific States of America. That could be tempting. No, honestly, I'm a sucker for the CSA, so I might, in truth, might just play them again. Company's done. Give me pictures of Spider-Man. Pictures of Spider-Man. Do I even want Heavy Fighter? No, Heavy Fighter doesn't really feed into anything. This does, and this does, so I'm interested in these. Oh no! We chose well and prepared effectively. As our plans were finally finished, worst came to pass as a hurricane formed near our shores and its strong winds began devastating Puerto Cabezas? I'm a gringo. Before moving towards the Caribbean. Thankfully, our evacuation plans came into effect fast enough to avoid civilian casualties, but the area needs to be repaired in order to... No problem! Free political power in exchange for repairing some shit? Easy. Easy trade. Yeah, you're right. Playing Liberia or playing some other African power to... Abyssinia, for example. The never-conquered kingdom. To drive back the colonizers. Definitely tempting. It's a pity that it's not more actively supported. It's more of an EU4 campaign, I think. Or really like a CK2 grand campaign type thing. Playing as it would have to wait for the latest CK2 DLC, but playing as Mali or Ethiopia and forming an African empire that would resist colonialism could be a lot of fun. Like, intentional restrictions, can't expand outside of Africa, can't colonize other things. That could be interesting. Yeah, you know what? That's interesting enough. I'll make a note for myself. Enjoy the world just spinning slowly to the left. Oh, it stopped. Two-stream notepad, stream notes, okay, scroll down, Paradox, Grand Campaign, Africa, reject, colonization, don't expand outside of Africa, intervene a lot? Question mark? Yeah, okay, that's a good basis for a potential campaign. But it'll have to wait on CK2 to release Holy Fury? Is that what the newest DLC is called? God, this is so frustrating to watch. If I were playing Germany, I would have snapped this so long ago. And this fucking don't trap people here, trap them up here. But we're seeing Germany's retaken where the Swiss were able to punch through, and they haven't yet lost their advances in the northern France. So although Spain and Portugal have become occupied, their sacrifice may not have been in vain. It may have been exactly what the Germans needed to regain momentum. Yeah, American Creed for that daily political power game. There's an up-and-coming interpretation of American values, popular with social democrats and social liberals, making waves in Congress. It's the American Creed. Congressmen have begun to mention it in relation to the desegregation bills and social security positions. This will drain the SPA of supporters. Ooh, really? Oh, wow, I didn't even notice that stability and recruitable population factor. That's really good! How's it going, rest of the world? Still fighting? Yup. Integrate Uruguay. Do tell. Does this just give you a core? Yeah. Ah. Interesting. Argentina sure does have a lot going on now. I can't tell if the French Republic is doing anything. I don't think that they got... Ooh. Yeah. Great New England hurricane. But landfall near Genoa. Either that or this is getting pushed back, but still, this hasn't really moved. Oh, they might have pushed forward here, but this hasn't moved much. This hasn't moved ever. The Great New England Hurricane, oh god, I moused over that. Oh god. Has made landfall on Long Island, devastating the region before moving north to wreak havoc on New England states. That New England should be capitalized here. In particular, Rhode Island and Connecticut have been hit the hardest by the hurricane. But you capitalize hurricane, but you don't capitalize New England? Okay, by the end of the devastation, devastation, over 57,000 homes have been destroyed or damaged. Close to 700 people have lost their lives. The estimated losses and damages was around $306 million. The hurricane has already made records for being the worst hurricane in the region since the Great Colonial Hurricane of 1635. Wow, God, these events are brutal. These don't just damage military factories and infrastructure. It removes military factories. It just fucking removes stuff. That's pretty brutal, game. One thing to break it, it's another to take it away entirely. Why you gotta be like that? I mean, I guess I get it, but also fuck you. This is important. This is probably more important, truthfully. Fill this, get that, then we can start building planes, and we can talk about other stuff, like motorized units. Oh god. I can't remember which of these I like the most. Okay, organization, air superiority, reinforce rate. Tanks? Nope, other one. I remember pretty quickly. Like, do I ever use tanks? No, I don't. I probably don't need that. Alright. Waiting on factories and watching the world burn. The American way. Yeah, you know, we could intervene in foreign relations, prepare for the Pacific clash. Oh right, it looks so much like the generic tree I thought it was. This is actually the Qing tree. But you can't do this because you're in a faction. It's not controlled by Allegheny Ostasian Gesellschaft, so you can't do that. You can't do this. You can't do that. The Qing focus tree has been really fucked for them because they can't do 90% of the things. It's a renamed generic tree? Well, it's kind of a renamed generic tree. Kind of. But this is different. At least they renamed some shit. Yeah, I remember playing as Qing and being like, wow, this is really disappointing. You can't reclaim the South? God, this is... Reclaiming the South is the one thing the Qing need to do. Do you have the ability to declare war on? Oh, I think I understand what's happening here. So it's still owned, technically, by you. And are you able to continue focusing on stuff, even though you don't exist anymore? Hold on. No, not you. Show me this. You can still focus on things even though you don't actually hold anything. Huh. Alright, weird. Weird. No, Deutsch Ostasian. Sorry, was I getting, Oh yeah, this just doesn't exist anymore. Okay, okay. Yeah, I'd be fascinated to see if Germany manages to win this, and that is still a big if. They fought to a standstill, and they've made some territorial gains, but at significant cost to Iberia. We could potentially intervene at some point. Bastion of Liberty does very little for us right now, but let's do it anyway. Just finish the treat. It does nothing. It gives core defense. No, that's a waste of time. American values. The American values of old was an unsaid goal of ours to expand nation and elevate each other's livelihoods. This message still lost to the SPA and AFP, who now adrift in the sea of politics. Congress has come together to proclaim the President and American people that they shall stand behind American value in its true form. American values in its true form is, this is plural, this refers to a singular, but sure. Mongolia is kind of fun. It's fun until, like, you take over China, then you start taking over Russia, and then I actually find world conquest campaigns in Hearts of Iron 4 really boring, really tedious. I guess I do in most Paradox titles. Like, the most fun of a world conquest is until you get about 25% done, and then the AI is just incompetent and weak and won't form meaningful coalitions against you, and the challenge is kind of over by that point. It just turns into busy work. But up until that point, it's fun. I agree. I definitely agree. 1940 presidential election. Who shall be president of the United States? Progressive Party, Henry Wallace. Alright, Wallace, what do you do? Lee, what do you do? Henry, my boy. Henry Wallace. Henry Wallace. Henry Wallace. He's horrible. Give me. Neither of these two change our president? Okay, let me be very clear about this. So, Quinton is a social liberal. We are currently Republicans, so we're re-electing Republicans, right? Right? I think he's Republican. I think you're right. I can't remember, even though it hasn't been that long. Yeah. I was expecting, well, no, I wasn't expecting. I was hoping for some follow-up events regarding, like, the primaries and the campaign leading up to the 1940 election. That is one place that, well, this could improve a little bit, is more political immersion, though I appreciate it's a war game first and foremost, not so much a political simulation. You know, actually, instead of choosing who won, I could instead just, like, save, cut over to Political Simulator, like, 2012 or 2016, play through that in order to see who wins, and then jump back over here. I might do that in the future, actually. Hold on, that's a great idea. Boy, or Kaiserreich. For elections, use Political Simulator as ridiculously long segue. How do you spell segue? No, that's not segue. There we go. That's just genius level. Quinton Roosevelt has recently begun using the radio to speak directly to the people about the progress of the Fair Deal and how it's helping the country rebuild from the Great Depression. The fireside chats have become extremely popular, chats often eclipsing popular radio programs. Programs have helped in making Roosevelt one of the most popular men in the United States. Fellow Americans, yeah, have half-decent stability. We're nearly at a point we can... Republican Party policies. The Republican Party has a number of laws and policies it seeks to push for that it pass in the platform. What? This is blowing my mind. So I can push through these and they give stability or... Ah, that's very cool. That's very cool. What about... I'm lacking steel? This is America! How am I lacking steel? Wow. 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 Subjects? None of my subjects have steel. Seriously? Wow. How fucking weird is that? Okay, I'll trade with Norway. No one's at war with Norway. No one will be at war with Norway, yep. Nor with Norway. Americanism. Oh, good God. American values is still giving us a -1, but... Oh, right, boosting our party popularity will help our political power. That's right, that's right. Oh, no. Yemen. Oh, Yemen has no faction. Okay. Muscat joined the war for some reason. Sided with, Oh, on the Raj. Really? Huh. Weird. I've never played with this. Division over big business support. It's known by most Democrats that economic reform is necessary to preserve American integrity. To this end, Democrats differ on the agency the government must take towards existing industries that are ailing. A proposed civil works program to electrify the Southwest using hydroelectric power hit a snag as Democrats could not agree on the role of public works in the marketplace. The works would not be able to undercut private electricity companies because it would be able to cross state borders and build dams on public land. Conservative Democrats oppose such intrusions as these, saying it violates states' rights to govern trade. More liberal-minded Democrats hold fast to the necessity and potential of public works outweigh the risk. Yes? Liberal Democrats went out. Also, we're market liberals, right? Well, we're social liberals. So it doesn't matter. Market liberals win out. Do we build do we create public services, or are we too worried about interfering with the free market to help people? Oh man, I wonder, what a hard decision. Actual human beings or a pseudo-mythological economic concept? What do we value more? Well, you know, to me it seems like a foregone conclusion, but I know that it's not. So this would add a bunch of aluminum to Tennessee. That's kind of nice. Do any of these... Ah, this gives social liberals more popularity. I'm into that. What does this do? War support? Not yet. Stability? Not yet. Stability? Not yet. What does stability even do? It affects a lot of things. It does affect daily political power gain. Okay, never mind. Turn these back on. What do you do? Nah. Nah. Infrastructure, do not matter. Alright, that, good. This, liberalized trade, and it seems to have no effect. And we're just gonna get rid of that. Trust building, ooh, that's huge. Yeah. Banking Act, yep. Support businesses. You know, I'm actually not into that. Our war support will... It'll get there. It'll get there. World tension can keep getting a little bit higher. American values has been acquired. New day in America. No description, but we get daily political power gain, monthly population growth, and production efficiency cap, which are all very, very good. Banking Act of... No, wait. Trust building. No descriptive text. Really? Okay. And it's already in effect. Okay, Banking Act of 1940. No. What I want are popularity of social liberals more than anything else. Want to boost our party popularity. Not very much, granted, but we have to get above 70% for... Well, we need to break over 70% for high party popularity. We can do it. We can do it. Everyone, join the Quentin party. The weird... It's quite an odd thing that in American history in the 1940s and 1930s to some extent, the party of Roosevelt, the Republican Party, and the party of Lincoln, was a force for progressivism. Yet, in the modern day, it's kind of hard to imagine that being the case. Our political parties here in the United States often change identities in order to just contradict each other, rather than for any semblance of stability or consistency. Ooh. Brazil annexed as a big ol' Argentina. As a scary Argentina. Okay, I am short on steel again. Oh, you know, this is actually to be expected because we're building military factories now. Trade with Sweden. We can import all we want from Sweden. We can also, if we get enough power, switch over to free market to like export focus to mitigate that a little bit. Yeah. I was saying both parties are that way. Muscat has capitulated. Big ol' Yemen, but I don't understand what's going on here. I'm surprised that this war has fought to a standstill. They have numerical parity, I suppose, and there is some rough terrain in here, so it does make some sense, but it's eating at me how these lines aren't moving. Well, I say, and then the lines move. See, all you have to do is complain. Oh, that was loud. Yemen and Portugal have ended their hostilities. Yemen and the Dominion of Canada. Okay, Yemen exited the war. Are you a puppet? No, you just ended. Did you have like territorial? So this was a war over Dhofar. That's it? Alright. So none of these give party popularity, but stability is pretty important in that stability gives political power gain. We are going to get more stability from just over time, right? No, apparently not. Defend America, that's war support. These all seem mighty fine, but I'm trying to decide if it's worth taking these or if it's more worth... I know for a fact it's more worth... I keep punching the mic, sorry. It's more worth it to hold on to this and just change our laws. Got any good shit? What are we, social liberals? Is that what we are? Yeah. So we can get... You? You're pretty good. Research time minus 3%. Frank Byron Rowlett. Get in here, Rowlett. Reconciliations with the Roosevelts. The Roosevelt family has been divided ever since the death of Franklin Roosevelt on the eve of his election as governor of New York. While young Quentin Roosevelt has stayed in partisan politics, albeit Republican as opposed to Franklin's Democrat, Archibald Roosevelt has left the reservation entirely. Rumors of him associating with industrialists and rallying against every president since Hoover, including Clinton, has come to a head. Archibald and Quentin have met to officially bury the hatchet of politics and to reunite their family. This meeting also helps to drive home Quentin's atmosphere of reconciliation, instead of punishing dissonance. Reconciliation between family. That's nice. Trade mission from the Australasian Union. who are dirty syndicalists. The government of the Australasian Union has approached us regarding the possibility of a new bilateral trade agreement between our countries. In return for dropping the tariffs in place currently restricting imports, they promised to do the same for American goods. No, and it would hurt our political power, or yes, and we would gain political power. Yep, I'm just gonna go with a big ol' yep on that one. Because I see no benefit to saying no. Saudis do have pretty good cavalry, and they are in the desert, so they get pretty good bonuses. Let's see, it's been a while since I've looked at this. Wow, archaic economy is horrible. Illiterate populace, Arabian horsemanship, there's that. Warriors of Faith, pretty good. Socialist Republic of Ukraine has capitulated. This is big news for the Reich Pact. That means Belarusian troops, and probably Polish-Lithuanian troops, and maybe even German troops that were on the Western Front or Eastern Front can now go back out west. And judging by what's happening here in Le Havre, they could use it in Rouen. Bad for Germans. What else you got, Saudi Arabia? That's pretty good. That's quite good. Yeah, okay, you get a lot of bonuses. Iran, what you got? Terrible. Bad. Okay. Bad. Okay. Yeah, okay, Iran, not in a great position. What do you got, Egypt? Nothing good. It's just a bunch of bad armies fighting each other. Okay. Oh, fair enough. You do you. 1941, let's... there's no 41 research to research in here. Guess we can just... Nope, this is 42. There we go. Like that. Commune of France has about 800,000 men left. Ooh, Germany's not looking so hot, but if they can pull in Belarusian troops, that might make a difference. But really, it's got to be soon because Germany's front, it's collapsing. Well, long live the Third Internationale. Now, Russia may get involved after the fall of Mongolia, but that's still a ways off. Germany are on their own, and we can't intervene. Could send reinforcements, but I'd rather not send soldiers off to die. I guess there's... Integralist Brazil. Oh god. I guess there's probably some wars that we could intervene with, but not really. not yet. The United States is pretty isolationist if you avoid the Second Civil War. We need the Monroe Doctrine, but to get that we need higher war support, and war support just grows with world tension, so we need that to go up. Or... Here we go, this gives 5% war support. Seizing the military installations of our allied generals won't be enough to prevent rebellion. It was, though. A war plan must be rapidly drawn up and executed in the event of a short or protracted war. So that'll get us up to, what, 58? And then I suppose I could do one of these to knock us over the top. Yeah. It feels very wrong to be importing steel as the United States. This is not right. Find me steel. Alright, Nevada, Arizona. We're gonna have to... Idaho, we're gonna have to work on this infrastructure. Because we are the last country that should be importing really just about anything from anyone. Pennsylvania, upstate New York, Maine even. There you go. Go build infrastructure for a while. Actually, Alaska. Does Alaska have any steel? Probably not, right? Yeah, definitely not. I'd love it if I zoomed in on Hawaii and it had steel. Ah, yes. World-renowned Hawaiian steel. Well, it's been about an hour. I'm gonna keep streaming, naturally. But if you were watching this on YouTube after the fact, this is it for today. Until tomorrow, make sure to comment, share, like, subscribe, follow on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Alexandrian Codex, and all the things. Until then, I'm gonna say toodaloo, take care, I'll see you then, bye-bye.